It is my privilege to introduce you today to one of our key speakers. As a boy growing up in Africa, he was profoundly impacted by Swamiji's teachings. As a young man, he attended the prestigious Imperial College in London. As a scholar, he has been the author of such works as The Divine Theory of Everything. And he has, in true yogic fashion, expounded on our knowledge and imparts to us today his God-given wisdom about the universal reality that is this world. Please join me in introducing Dr. Hasmukh Taylor.
Noble ladies, noble gentlemen, it's indeed a great honor for me to speak today in the presence of great dignitaries like Mr. Brahm Agarwal and Ishwarbai Khatri, whom today we should never forget, because whenever you want to build a tall building, a foundation has to be laid. We always admire the tall buildings in the world, but we never think of the foundation that's gone underneath it. So today I'd like to thank you, Ishwarbai and Mr. Agarwal, to be the foundation or being a core here today, so that the youngsters of the future will always remember you for your efforts. Thank you very much. The reason I said this was one day I was also like you little kids. I was 11 years old. Today we have anniversary of 150th. When I heard of Swami Vivekananda, I was 11, and that was 100th year's anniversary, 50 years ago. So for you little kids, there's a special message for you, and this is the message. There was anniversary like this. I was sitting there like you, age 11, didn't know why I was sitting there, and then a great man came. His name was Din Dayal Upadhyay, who had come from RSS, India. And he said something that touched me so much that has never left my mind even today. He talked about Swami Vivekananda and his philosophy. And he said to me, you can also be a most powerful man. But you have to understand one thing. You have to understand what Dharma is, what yoga is. That's why we put it up on the posters there. Dharma and yoga. But when I was a little boy like you, to me they were just words. Dharma, yoga. What is it really? It took me 50 years to understand what Dharma was and what yoga was. Because I did not know. I thought Dharma was religion. But no, there's a big difference between Dharma and religion. See, religion is one. There's only one religion in this world. But dharmas, a lot of dharmas. So what do we understand by Dharma? So you children today, I'm going to make you understand what Dharma is so you never forget. Okay? Now, you all play with laptops, don't you? Yes? You have iPhones and all that. Yes? Let's understand what Dharma is so you never ever forget it. It will stay with you forever. Because I want you to be the most powerful people when you grow up. See, we'll be dead, but you'll be strong. So I want you to be inspired as Vivekananda inspired me. Okay? So, coming back to the laptops. See all these human bodies you have? This body is like a laptop. See, all laptops look the same. They have a little keyboard here and a screen. Yes? So we are just like laptops, these bodies. But we have an Apple laptop and you have a PC. Am I right? There are two types. So there are many, many types of laptops. There's Samsung, there is Apple, there is Acer and whatnot, all different types. What does that mean? There is like somebody's name is Meena, somebody's name is Pankaj, somebody's name is Shobana, something like that. All different names of laptops, yes? But there's a difference between them. What is the difference between Apple and PC? They have got different dharmas inside it. What does that mean? The operating system in a laptop is the Dharma. Okay? A Christian has a different Dharma. A Hindu has a different Dharma. A Buddhist has a different Dharma. So what Dharma means is an awareness system. It's an awareness. A Hindu has awareness of Hindu religion. A Christian has an awareness of Christianity. A Buddhist has an awareness of Buddhism. So the awarenesses of all of you is different. But the religion is one. Because it refers to consciousness. And that is what Swami Vivekananda was trying to tell you 150 years ago. And because of this confusion between religion and Dharma, there's so much war in this world. They don't understand one thing, that the different dharmas, the real meaning of Dharma is cosmic law. You have laws in physics, laws in biology, legal laws, bodily laws, quantum mechanical laws. You put all the laws put together in one word. It is called Dharma. You got it? It's an operating system. Okay? You go and talk about Swami Vivekananda to a Christian boy, he said, what on earth are you talking about? It's like Apple's operating system on a Windows PC. It doesn't work. Okay? You got it? Apple's operating system doesn't work on Windows because they use Windows PC, while Apple has OS. Yes? Okay, now we come to the second word, yoga. What on earth is yoga? But this is the way you understand yoga. It's an interface. It's a kind of a program that operates between Apple and PC. So if you have a Windows, you can operate your Windows on Apple computer. It's an interface. What does that mean? Yoga doesn't have any religion of any kind. Anybody can practice yoga. It's nothing to do with religion. It's an interface that is required to communicate with every person on this earth. Okay? Yoga is not based on religion. It's independent of religion. It's based on pure science. So any make-up person can understand that. If it hadn't been for Vivekananda, I wouldn't have been a professor at UCF. To the honor students, I'm teaching the same thing. Okay? Why yoga now? Yoga is to do with yourself. It's important to be yourself in life. Why is it important to be yourself? Because you'll be kicked around like a football if you don't do it right. Yes? You don't want that. And if you want to become a very powerful person, you have to learn the science of the self, which is Swami Vivekananda teaching us. Okay? Yoga has two parts. You mustn't forget that. One is Dharma. It's based on pure logic and science. But there's another component, which is consciousness, which makes you understand what religion is. But why is consciousness important? Because it has a very important parameter called free will. Okay? You must have free will. But that doesn't mean you can go and do anything you like. Okay? Remember that. Don't say it's my free will. It's my life. It doesn't work like that. If you want to use your free will, make sure it's in line with Dharma. Okay? Then you become very powerful. So remember, Dharma is operating system and yoga is the interface. And you, as a person, is operating the computer. That is consciousness, you, the Atman. So remember that. Okay? Now I'll come down to something very important. Earlier on, somebody mentioned 4 types of yoga. And you have to understand these 4 types of yoga. And Swami Vivekananda was the first one who brought out the distinction between all 4. Okay? But there's a 5th one also called Guru's Yoga. And you mustn't forget, Swami Vivekananda was Swami Vivekananda because he had a complete Guru in front of him. Ramakrishna Paramhans. A disciple can only be as good as his Guru he has got. So he used Raja Yoga, he used Karma Yoga, he gave knowledge on Gnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. You must understand the difference between all of them. And the difference comes from the technique you use. Bhakti Yoga uses the technique of emotion. Love. If you can love somebody, then you are a Bhakti Yogi. To become a Gnana Yogi, you need a technique of logic. If your logic is good, perfect, then you can become a Gnana Yogi. It should be so perfect, there is no room for error. Then comes Karma Yogi. It's the science of free will. If you know how to use your free will, when to do the action, when not to do the action, which is bad action, which is good action, which is a neutral action, all that comes under Karma Yoga. And Raja Yoga, Swami Vivekananda was a great yogi. He was the only one who mentions the awakening of the Kundalini, the force inside you. That Kundalini is linked with Dharma. The true understanding of Dharma will come when you awaken this Kundalini. But Swami Vivekananda doesn't stop there. He also goes further down to see how can I awaken this mighty force. You've all seen this Star Wars, haven't you? Remember that little man Yoda with a funny ear? He said, "May the force be with you." Well, that force is prana. Okay? That force is Dharma. So you should see these movies and see how the guru and the disciple talk. So one day you become very powerful people. Okay? How do you increase your prana? All 4 yogas will increase your prana. If your love is good and strong, your prana is high. If your free will is good, your prana will be high. Control of breath is very important in Raja Yoga. And he was the only person I admire because he mentioned something, a word called ojas, O-J-A-S. And at 11 I was wondering, what is ojas? Because he said, if you have ojas, then you become the most powerful person on earth. So develop that ojas inside you, and nobody can touch you after that. You will conquer yourself, and you will rule on this material maya, which is threatening everyone. When you grow up, you should carry this maya, this fear, this doubt, this suspicion in your boots. You should be that brave. And Swami Vivekananda will show you how to do that. You go fearless. Never be afraid. Why? Because you have the ojas that will conquer your true self. Okay? Ojas is in the males. Retas, R-E-T-A-S, is in the ladies. Both can be very powerful and truly be themselves. And lastly, let's just again remember Swami Vivekananda for that he had a guru. The word gu, after 50 years I found out, meant Dharma, awareness, and ru was consciousness. So guru is not a white bearded man with the white clothes. Guru is a proper principle. Gu is Dharma, and Ru is consciousness. And you have both inside you. This is what Swami Vivekananda was trying to explain. The Gu, the cosmic law, the awareness is in charge of your body. You are not this body. You are living in this body, and the one that's living in this body is consciousness. And that is one. What does awareness actually mean? It means your true self. The self of every one of you is the same. And Swami Vivekananda says, if you conquer yourself, you can connect with anyone instantly. In quantum mechanical language, it means holographically. Instantly. Even there are miles and thousands of miles away, you can connect with that person if you become yourself, because it will touch you. Self is same in everyone. The other elements, ego, mind, intelligence, these 5 tattvas, that can be different because of your different karmas you have done. But the self will be same in everyone. So go down inside you, within yourself, and get the self. After that, it's a child's play. Nobody can rule on you. Plus, you will never be afraid of death. What is death? I am eternal. Only the body dies. Who cares about the body? Just make sure it's perfect and balanced. What should we remember Swami Vivekananda for? 4 main points, which he revealed 150 years ago, and they're still resonating today. First of all, he gave us a new understanding of what religion is. It is not this puja and this and that and that. He said, understand Dharma, that is to do with cosmic law. Your whole body works on cosmic law. But inside this body, there is another component, the free will, who can decide, who can choose. So use that free will to change your destiny, change where you want to become, and go where you want to go. These 2 components should be separate inside you. How do I separate? Well, the awareness I can see as a body, but the speaker inside me, the speaker, the one who is speaking, that is the real you. That is consciousness. That has free will. So use your tongue and change your destiny with that. This body will betray you one day. That's what Vivekananda is saying. But you be with your voice, your true voice. Attach yourself with the voice, then you can't go wrong. Second, he said, new view of men. That means view everybody differently now. There are 2 parts in it. When you watch a TV, you see the screen. You never see the speaker, do you? The little speaker which sound comes out from. There's 2 channels, speaking and vision. So like that, in a man also there's 2 things. What you see and the speaker inside you. Focus on the speaker. Don't look at the body too much. See what is coming out of the mouth and focus on that. You will never make a mistake and nobody can betray you after that. That is what Vivekananda is trying to say. And the third thing he did was he brought out new principles of morality and ethics. What does that mean in a nutshell? It means be yourself. Do not pretend of somebody who you are not. Because if you are yourself, this morality and ethics will come inside you. People will admire you for you being yourself and not pretending somebody else other than you are. And how can you be yourself? You have to be true to yourself. Don't make a fool of yourself. Just be true to yourself. And you will see how Dharma will be with you. The force will be with you if you learn to be true to yourself. Not to the world, but to yourself. There is a silent force inside you who will guide you in difficult situations. Your friends will go, everybody will go, relatives will go, but this silent force inside you, this prana, is the divine component inside you. Trust that component, your gut feel. That is where self is, that is where prana is. And once you get hold of the prana, then you have the highest knowledge there is. In universities, in the schools, you learn is for the body. So when you grow up, you go and find some work and get some money to buy some food. Yes? But this, Vivekananda says, that's not enough. You need to have spiritual knowledge. A very important knowledge to give you a balanced personality, because you have to deal with people in this world, and if you don't have this knowledge of the self, you will not be able to connect with people, and hence there'll be problems. Yes? You want to connect. If you want to make progress, make sure you know yourself. That is the main thing. That is what Vivekananda is trying to say. I'm not saying Western culture is bad. No. This is not what Vivekananda is saying. We should offer the Western people our spiritual knowledge and know-how. We should also learn from the Western culture the science and technology, which is also now, when you go deep into quantum mechanics, is also facing towards spirituality in the end. We should be proud as Indians that we have the most advanced knowledge, and I don't think there will be any more advanced knowledge than that. You should be proud of that. And lastly, we are in a foreign land, but Swami Vivekananda said, form the bridge between Western and Eastern culture. Take the both, the best of both. Take the science and technology from the West, but do not at the same time forget your spiritual knowledge which you have, which Vivekananda brought it out. To be yourself. Awaken the Kundalini. Remember, children, finally, when I say McDonald's, what do you think of? Burger. When I say KFC, you think of chicken. Right, okay. So when I say yoga, or if you hear yoga or Dharma, you should remember the word Kundalini. Find out more about it as you grow and awaken that divine serpent so you become your true self. You got it? Everybody got that? Good. She's very powerful and make you a great personality. You want to be smart, right? You don't want to be a dumb when you grow up, do you? Good. So read about it on the internet. Read about Swami Vivekananda and be powerful personalities, okay? All right. You have any questions, little boys and girls? Good. Then I made myself clear. See that S with a line? See this symbol here? What is that symbol called? Never forget that symbol. It's like a dollar symbol, right? So if a dollar symbol is this is the real stuff. You must understand this symbol when you grow. When you understand this symbol, when you see the real one, you will see God face to face. It is only a symbol, but it's your job. If I find out after 20 years you're grown up and you don't know about this symbol, and you haven't seen the green note, the real stuff, I'll be very upset. So you must find out about Om. It's not just going saying Om, 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 no good. Find out what it is. Yes? Get the real stuff, real dollar, not just the symbol. Then you are in business, right? So find that also. That's what Swami Vivekananda is trying to teach you. Learn the spiritual knowledge about this symbol. What is that exactly? Is that clear? This is the map of God, the symbol of God. Understand that properly. One symbol explains everything. So don't underestimate this symbol. When you see it face to face, alive, you'll be seeing Paramatma face to face. And that can only happen in front of a guru. So make sure you understand what Ramakrishna is saying, make sure you understand what Vivekananda is saying, and then you'll understand everything. Again, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I became like a little boy once, then I became like a man. But it was Vivekananda who inspired me when I was that little boy. I'll never forget that. And I still feel like a little kid because of what he said. Be true to yourself and speak. Speak what's inside you. Something that's silently telling you, and you will be able to change your destiny. Thank you very much.